Good day everyone, my name is Asri Anandalpa Panani. Before we jump into our presentation, let me ask you all a quick question. Have you ever looking at your plate after a meal and think that it's just a small portion and it doesn't really matter? Yes, yeah, I'm on the same page as well. But the small pieces that turn into a million horses that impact our world. Now, imagine yourself walking into a university's cafeteria and you're looking at a plate that full of food has been thrown inside the bin. Meanwhile, there are some people who are actually struggling to get their one meal of the day. As we all know, food waste is actually giving impact to the social. But as we all know, it's also giving impact to the environmental problem. This is because the food that we are left over and throw inside the bin can actually produce the methane gas, which is very dangerous than the carbon dioxide gas and can impact our environmental. Next slide, please. So today my topic will be food waste, but we're going deep inside how the universities are actually teaching the students regarding this issue. Firstly, universities educate students through awareness program. Okay, how the universities educate the awareness program? First of all, we all should understand, included me, I never think about it. Once I throw the food inside the bin, I never thought about it. I just totally forget it. But to give the awareness to the students, the universities are actually doing a campaign promote responsible consumption. This is actually done through posters, banners and social media reminders saying that zero food waste. The reason for this incentive is to actually giving the students awareness about this food waste. The second one, through educational activities. You may ask why we focusing on the student community since we have so many other communities. The main reason is that our popularity is actually 1.2 million in Malaysia. So if we teach the awareness of the food waste among our students, we can be a role model for the future students or to our parents or any relatives. If I saw my parents wasting a food, I will tell them, don't do that. It's actually giving impact not only for you, to the world. Like I can teach them. So this is the awareness actually this campaign want to create among the students. So through this involvement, we can actually building a lifelong habits where we, day by day, when we saw a thing every day, this become addiction among us. It can be a positive or negative. So we take it as a positive thing and then make a habit in our daily life. And also we can be a responsible consumption. For example, instead of taking a lot of portion and wasting the food, you may actually focusing what you actually can consume and take the portion that you really needed. The second point, how the university teach the students is through food sharing program. At first when I say food sharing program, I actually didn't understand what is food sharing program until I do a research about it. Food sharing program, the first incentive is through food banks. Food banks actually, universities such as UUM, it actually supports students who are facing financial difficulties by giving money or by giving foods. For example, as I say UUM, we have a smart food bank app, and I'm very new to this because I'm currently in semester 6. I never know about this app. When we apply, it's actually a smart food bank app where you can actually register, and if you are eligible, you can receive it. So I just want to remind you all, if you are facing the same problem, please don't be ashamed. Just apply for it because it can give an impact, huge impact for us. The second one is food sharing initiatives. For example, surplus food collected means that if we doing an event, or for example now we are busy with the Deccan program, so they are providing food for us, but there are some people who couldn't attend the program and the food being wasted. So instead of we throw inside the bin, maybe we can collect the surplus food and give it to the person who actually need it, or we can contribute to another INASIS or any other students through maybe through confession group, anything. Whoever needs food right now, maybe can collect it from here, like for example. Second one is that community coolers. Have you ever know the word community cooler before? It's actually a fridge where we can put our free food. It's actually a fridge where we can put extra food, like a food sharing. If I'm not mistaken, in SCFB building, we actually have a corner in the FE building. There's a corner where, but it's not a fridge, but it's like a compound. You can keep the extra food. But please don't be mistaken. Like the keeping the food doesn't mean you have to eat half and the half you have to give it to the others. No. It's actually, for example, if you have two nasi lemak, and you know yourself that you only can consume one packet for now. So instead of throwing another packet of the nasi lemak inside the rubbish, you can actually put inside the compound I say just now, and just take it with you. So for me, if I'm coming to the class and I didn't take my breakfast and I saw it, maybe I can take and eat in my meantime. So this doesn't only encourage generosity, it also help students to be responsible and do not waste the food, and we can help others instead. The third incentives, I would say that universities are now focusing on convert the food waste to valuable resources. These topics are quite new and should focus more, because we all know what is composting program. Composting programs actually use the organic food, maybe like vegetables or fruits. We compost it together and use it as a nutrient or protein to the soil or the gardens instead of using chemical. As we all know, to the soil we usually using the chemicals, right? Instead of that, we do it by ourselves. The second one, innovative solution. Innovative solution. Nowadays, universities are focusing on transform the food waste into some energy. In universities, I'm not sure whether they are implementing or not, but they're still under experiment where they want, for the food department, they want to turn using the solar system on power kitchen equipments instead of using the traditional things. So through this, we can say that we not only greener the campus, students also become more understanding about it and become more technologically very experienced. Next slide, please. In conclusion, I would just say that if our food waste is not just a waste, it's actually through these incentives we can see that we can actually turn this into a useful thing. And to conclude my speech, I would say that I want to leave you all with one question. If you all see a food in your plate, will you see it as a waste, or will you see it as or will you see it as a thing that we can turn into an impactful thing? That's the question I want you all to remember forever. If it's a simple thing that we can do, means I think we all can do it even now. Even we can starting today. We don't need to wait until one day. We don't need to fix it one day and then I need to change. No, you guys just change from the moment. It's just that don't over consume, don't over excited and taking all the food. Just consume what you can consume. If you cannot eat, just share with others. Don't waste the food. That's the only request that I want to request you all. Thank you so much. Now I'm open for the next section. Any questions? there's actually it's not like an app. Maybe I say it's like a form. When I Google it, I really showed the like a paper. Maybe we have to apply to it. If we are really eligible, means we can get the opportunity. At first, I'm also not sure, but when I do the research in Google, yeah, I realized there's an app, and the app is called Smart Food Bag.
So that is specifically for UUM.
When I show you, but I'm not really sure.
So about food sharing, where is this program actually being practiced?
The food sharing incentive, meaning the community food and everything. As I mentioned in my presentation just now, in IC building, they already applying that. Because I have class in there, economic class. Whenever I see there's like a compound, there's always free food, like nasi lemak, sometimes bun, and in front of that got tables. And normally we take the food, if there's extra food over there, we just take and eat before we went for the classes. In the IC building.
And the sharing fridge is there. Free food sharing fridge. Community coolers.
Yeah, free food
Is
sharing.
there also?
This is a fridge they're still implementing, but in our UUM, I just take example from our UUM. In UUM, there's no fridge, just the corner.